So I got a testimony. And when I tell y'all, this is my first time ever experiencing something like this. So let me tell y'all, you know that phrase where older people will be like, the devil's riding their back, and it's usually in their sleep? Well, I didn't experience that exactly, but I experienced something where I could not talk. Like, I could not just pray like I wanted to. I couldn't worship. I couldn't really just give any encouragement. And I've been trying to do that for weeks. Now, I was struggling. When I tell you I was struggling, like, I was struggling to pray. I was struggling to worship. I was struggling to get in my word. I was struggling to talk to God. Like, it would not come out. And when I say that I was going to God and I was saying, Father, I am trying to talk to you. I am trying to pray. Like, I was going to God and I was telling him this stuff. I was like, Father, please, please hear my heart. Because for some odd reason, I can't talk. Like, I can't. It won't come out of me for some reason. So I thought that I was possibly going into a depression because I was starting to feel really, really, really down. Like, I was really starting to feel just horrible, like almost every day. Like, and I was like, this cannot be happening. Like, this cannot be happening. And I'm talking about I'm fighting and fighting and fighting, and it was just it was it was hard. It was hard. I woke up I'm talking about I would wake up in the morning and I would read my scripture of the day. And then I would go and I would try to read my Bible, and I just could not. I couldn't, because I usually do both. And I usually pray to God in the morning when I wake up. And I couldn't. So it's just, I woke up this morning at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock this morning. And I was able to pray. And when I noticed that I was able to pray, baby, I was so happy. When I realized that I was going into prayer, and I'm talking about deep prayer, when I realized I was doing it, I was so happy. And I kept going and going and going and going and going. And going and going and going, because it was so much. It was so much. I was just going before the Most High, and I was just thanking him, because I'm like, Father, thank you. Because I couldn't get out what I needed to get out these last couple of weeks. And I've never experienced anything like that before. And the fact that it happened, and it was just like, the fact that I knew, when I realized that it was going on, I was like, this ain't nobody but the enemy. And this is a different type of spiritual warfare, baby. A different type of spiritual warfare. Like, baby. Not being able to just talk. Not being able to just get that out. Get your prayers out. Get your worship out. Get your anything when it come to God. Not being able to get it out and just having to feel like you got duct tape on your mouth. Nothing fun. Do you hear me? Nothing fun at all. And baby, I didn't go back to sleep until like 7 this morning. And I went back to sleep because I know I had to give me a little bit of rest before I got my day started. Even though I woke up at 4, and I didn't want to go back because I was just that happy. You know what I'm saying? So I woke up when it was time to wake back up. I was happy, and I went and I made a status to share my testimony. I'm sharing it on a video, and I shared it with my husband because I'm like, no. I said, I don't know how he was able to do that. But I tell you one thing. When I find out how I can not allow him to do it again, he won't be able to do it again. I promise you that. Because who do the enemy think he is to sit here and think he can put duct tape on my mouth and make me not be able to worship my Father, get out his word that he need me to get out? And I'm sitting here fighting, trying to get it out. Who do the enemy think he is? You don't own me, sir. I belong to the Most High. I belong to the Most High. Okay? He is the only one that owns me. Don't. When I say, for me to experience that, I feel like something's coming. Something coming. For me to experience something on that level of spiritual warfare, I feel like something coming. For the enemy to try to shut you up for weeks at a time, for you not to talk. It's one thing for him to get in your head and give you all these thoughts.
Can I have some water?
Yes. And it's another thing. Come on. It's another thing for...
I said that I need to get it.
Wow. It's another thing for the enemy to sit here and shut your mouth to the point where you can't talk about the Most High. Yeah. That's a whole different level. That's a whole different level. I really feel like something about to happen. Because why would that happen? I don't know. And I don't feel like I'm overthinking. Usually I'll be like, oh, I'm overthinking. But no, I really feel like that. I really feel like that. I really believe that. And when I say, and the fact that all this stuff is being revealed, something's about to happen. And we ain't got that much time. And we need to make a choice. Either we gonna live for Satan or we gonna live for the Most High. But I know who I live for. I know who team I'm on. So I'm just trying to share my testimony. And I'm just trying to put it out there. If you ain't chose yet, go ahead and choose, because something's about to happen. And if y'all ain't paying attention to the things that's going on, come on, choose. Come on, choose. God said he will let you choose. So it's up to us to make up our mind who we gonna be for. You gonna be for the devil? You gonna be for the Most High? Remember, the enemy is so deceitful. So be careful who you live for. Be careful who you choose.